My neighbor's gonna love that. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone in the building. What's up, boys? What's up, Mr. C? How are you? Simply Kudos. What's good, man? It's twink time. Time to get twinky with it. How are we, boys? We are taking our morning dumps. True, Nacho. True, man. How are we, guys? Where's the shirt at? It's in your special little bag, Eric. It's in your own little bag. Bro's just waking up for work. Mate, I've been to the gym. I ain't been just waking up. I've been at it. And then, quite literally 18 minutes ago, chat. 18 minutes ago, as I'm wrapping up at the gym, you know, I'm wandering back to my gym bag. I've got my phone in my hand. I'm going through MMA Twitter as I'm getting ready to go to the car. And I see news. Ilia Topuria rumors of vacating the title. I'm driving home and I decide, am I going to do a video on Ilia Topuria vacating the title, or are we going to just talk about it? Well, I look at the source, and the source is just Nina Drama has decided to put the wrong wording there. So now the entire news cycle for the next 4 hours on MMA YouTube is going to be rumors of Ilia Topuria vacating the title, which is just Nina Drama being wrong with her titles. That's all it is. It's just Nina Drama being wrong with her titles. Yeah, very credible sources, Nina Drama. So what am I meant to do? Am I meant to make a video that is going to be irrelevant? Am I meant to make a 10-minute video saying Nina Drama just got a word wrong on an Instagram post? And then the video is going to be irrelevant in 4 hours after all the clickbait news articles make their shit? Or am I meant to make a video about something else that's going to get completely overrun by the algorithm? We go live. We go live instead. What else can we do? We simply just go live. There is nothing else to do. Octagon Plus is already reporting on it. Octagon Plus just makes things up. Wes Till Death just makes things up. Wes Till Death makes things up as well. So you can see the news cycle is already starting to build. What am I meant to do? Anyway, here we are, chat. This is where we're at. Let's go to my bookmarks and make sure everything's where it's meant to be. Where was it? There it is. Dobie had it going. Anyway, let me read some chats. How are we, boys? Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. How are we, boys? Good morning, legends. Good morning, legends. It's the middle of chow time. Did Little Princess have a hard time getting out of bed? I actually jumped out of bed this morning. Eric ran to the gym. Morning corner. Morning scorners, mate. What's up, Mickey Ward? Good morning, brother. There you go. Good morning, Desmond. It's nearly 3 o'clock over here. The Earth has different times. It's 7 a.m. nearly here. Just wake up in one of those moods. You woke up in one of those. Ever just wake up in one of those moods? All the time, two smelly fingers, but we're men. It doesn't matter what mood we're in. We press on. She's a psyop. She is a psyop. I mean, it's not crazy to say it'll be a Bacon title fight after the statement Ilia put out. No, it's not crazy to say, but it's just not true. It's not a vacant title fight. I mean, it's not crazy to say, but I mean, it's been pretty clearly explained to us. Ilia is going through some stuff that he needs to take some time to clear up. So they're doing an interim title till then. Essentially, they're giving Ilia Topuria about 6 months. Like, why would they change it now, a week before the event? Nina outed herself as a casual. She's not a casual, she just wrote a title wrong. If I got called a casual every time I wrote a title wrong, I'd be getting called a casual every day. You guys never wrote the wrong sentence down. Nina should stop cock teasing Paul and sleep with him. Okay, all right, mate. Well, look who came crawling back. I didn't go anywhere. It was the end of the stream, Shotgun, and I was right. Of course I would come back. How are you, Shotgun? Good to see you, mate. Nina Drama is just a DEI hire. No, she's not a DEI hire. She's a very valuable piece of promotion for the company. Simps and young boys click on her content. She is there for a reason. DEI people are just there just to tick boxes. Nina Drama does get clicks for the company. How are you, Young Joy? Good to see you, mate. You beautiful bastard, Nacho. I got something to share in the digger. There we go. What's up? Good morning, Junior. How are you? Wake up, young samurai. Wake up. It's 4 o'clock in the USA. How's it 7 a.m. in Aussie time? Also, where are your Tasmanian? No, I woke up. Oh, how's it 7 a.m. now? I mean, that's just the way the world works, Junior. I don't know. You'd have to bring it up with the Lord himself when we get there. Casual, you are a casual. We call you a casual every day. Yes, but I'm not a casual. I'm not a casual. You guys are the casuals. You guys with the horrible list making you do is horrible, horrible casuals. Nina is just plastic, just like Kylie Jenner. Nina is plastic, just like Kylie Jenner. Yeah, they're all plastic these days. Don't gang up on me after exposing my heart, Nacho. Okay, all right. Dougie is okay. Jesus Christ, this is why I go. I should have made the video. I should have just padded a 10-minute video saying there's rumors about Ilia Topuria vacating the belt. Could this happen? Couldn't this happen? I should have just done what every other MMA media member is going to do today and just make shit up just because Nina Drama got a fucking word wrong. So what did she actually write? What did she actually write? She said, what Dustin Gaethje would ask Dana White for Christmas. Watch Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett at UFC 324 for the vacant UFC lightweight title on Paramount. And then this guy goes, Ilia's statement makes this pretty clear. It's vacating. He is literally just taking time to clearing it up. What is going on here? Dana's face. Dana's face, like, what the fuck is happening in my office? Poor old Dana White. She definitely knows something we don't. So the plebs on Twitter seem to be believing her. I guess we've got to see. Do you guys believe Nina Drama? All right, I guess we've got to see whether or not the chat actually believes Nina Drama. Let's have a look. Well. Quitter boy himself. What have I quit? What have I even quit on? I'm here every day. What are you talking about? People that don't understand time zones legit make me want to KM. I know, Nacho, the more that I'm in MMA YouTube live streams, the more I realize I live in a world full of idiots. Dougie, I decided to take a long way to work today. Oh my God, Super Shotgun. It's like, you see what I'm talking about, Nacho? I live in a world full of autists, and it makes me want to drown myself. Let the Tasmanian tigers in your backyard free, you bloody samurai. Mate, my backyard is an ocean. Of course, Junior with the worst list of all time doesn't understand the world fucks. Poor Junior. No, Junior redeemed himself. I hope they strip Ilia, make Armin the champ. It now justifies Paddy versus Justin interim title. I mean, Junior, I just said that you redeemed yourself. So your idea is strip Ilia Topuria, give Armin Sarukian the belt, and then continue to have Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett for the interim title. All good. It's actually happening. I told you that Paddington would become champ and you laughed at me. Who's laughing now? It's Nina Drama mistyping something. Breaking news just in. Topuria is vacating his wife. All right. Well, I would bang Nina. We would all bang Nina. Paddington finessed his way to the lightweight champ by beating a bunch of unks. It's actually incredible. You know, there are times where Toad is 100% correct about the UFC plant program, and that makes me sad inside. You can't say that Toad was wrong half the time. Toad sort of understands the script writing at the UFC really, really well. Let me bring up my actual live stream in case I missed something there. All right, cool. There we go. That's up there. Nice. Dougie lives in a world of twinks. I do. I drown in a sea of twinks and autists. Another 6 weeks of Dougie raging out. No, I'll be right. Where am I? Oh, there's Toad there. I can't believe Paddy Pimblett is going to become an undisputed UFC champion despite not knowing how to wrestle or box and not being a top 10 level lightweight. You know, like I was just talking about you, Toad. The plant program is in full effect. How is it 7 a.m. if the time says 11 a.m.? Checkmate, liberal, I know. Skip Armin, who cares about him? He deserves to fight for the belt, sure, but not just be given it. He's going to be given it. From Ilia's statement, I get the feeling that something big is coming down the pipe, and he's getting ahead of the story while he can. It's going to get really messy. I can see Ilia not fighting until at least 2026, so we will have to vacate. I mean, I brought this up in... What's up, Miguel? How are you, man? I brought this up in yesterday's video. I said, I brought it up in yesterday's video, how long this has the potential to take. Although it seems to me like the UFC are doing the interim title at the moment to give it a chance to be cleared up quickly. Like within 6 months. Now, if Ilia, and as I said in yesterday's video, if Ilia doesn't have a fight booked by, say, March or July in 2026, then I could understand them vacating the belt. But for them to go through all of this hoo-ha for just the next day to Ilia to vacate the belt, that would mean that Ilia Topuria has been lying to the UFC. And if Ilia Topuria has been lying to Hunter Campbell and making this matchmaking process a nightmare for him, they are going to punish him very severely. Very, very severely. So I don't know if I believe it. You guys think that they are going to be fighting for the vacant belt at UFC 324. I don't think they are going to be fighting for the vacant belt. I think they're still going to be fighting for the interim. So I'm going to write this down, chat. I'm going to write this down. 77% of you think 77% of you think that it is for the interim belt. I think that it is for 77% of you people think it is for the vacant belt. I think it is for the interim belt. I'm going to write this down. Innocent little Doug thinks Ilia would never lie. I think he would lie. But I think they've gone through a lot of hoo-ha just to get this all sorted out properly. I'm going to write this down on our little calls that we make with each other. Where is it? Where is the Paddy Pimblett versus Ilia Topuria slide? Where's the slide? Where is me slide? Oh, that's all the asses from last year. Where's the slide? There it is. Here's the slide here. Where's me bloody slide, mate? I need me slide. Right. I'm going to write this down, chat. You guys think Ilia is fighting for... We're going to do a big old I told you so at the end of all of this. Okay, there it is right there. I'm just going to add that to the bottom just as a little note. I'm going to add that to the bottom, just down there to the bottom. So when we circle back to this, I will be able to laugh at chat about how they fall for Nina Drama's ruse. Yes, that's what's happening. All right, let me read some more chats. What's up, Miguel? How you been, dude? It's good to see you, man. Yo to you. Armin is the GOAT. Armin is not the GOAT. No, Armin's not the GOAT, but he absolutely should be fighting for the title. My list has improved and goated. You guys aren't ready. Oh, Junior went back home and had another work at his list. What's your list, Junior? Your list is gay and made me dislike your entire bloodline. Holy fuck, Nacho coming in, dropping the genocide hammer. I still think Ilia gets remarried and divorced again before Hamzat comes back. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Hamzat's going to sit out so fucking long. Ilia will have several children that will grow up to be the age of 18 years old before Hamzat comes back. The Spanish tabloids are brutal and they love gossip as much as the British tabloids. I can see some salacious, crazy stories coming out. I can see that too. I can absolutely see that. I can imagine it being messy, but like I said, I don't think we'll deal with Ilia vacating until like June, March. I think that's when we'll get there. Even if it's an interim when they fight for it, Paddington will be upgraded to the full champion in due time. I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing whether or not it's going to happen in due time. I'm talking about specifically whether or not we trust Nina Drama's post about them fighting at UFC 323 for the vacated belt. I don't think they are fighting for the vacated belt. I think they're fighting for the interim belt. Ilia is on the Epstein list. I wouldn't be surprised. It's going to be messy. Ilia will not be ready until September. I agree with that. English, please. I know, Eric. I know. What a spaz out. I don't think it's official yet, but I think at some point, probably months after. Oh, so now after. Right. So now everyone's changing their fucking tone. Now everyone is changing their tone. I did a poll. I write down the results of the poll, and now everyone in chat is suddenly fucking backtracking. Do I need to redo the poll again before I end up sitting on my fucking high horse at UFC 323 when they fight for the interim belt? Did I not make it fucking clear enough to the chat full of autists? Right? Do you guys believe Nina Drama, yes or no, UFC 324 will be for the vacated belt? 77%. 77% say yes. And now the whole chat is like, well, it'll be September. Well, it'll be in due time. Well, now that Dougie wrote down what we've said so he can laugh at us when he's right, now it's a fucking live stream of backtracking. I swear to God, chat. Honestly, how do I put up with dealing with this many people like this? With this level of intelligence? I swear to God. Dude, imagine not being goated because of a little Spanish skank. True. Fuck, people are being extra retarded today. I can't handle it, Nacho. I can't handle it. I can't handle the retardation that comes flowing at me non-stop in this live stream. It's insane, dude. Sean Brady is next for the belt at 155. No, he isn't, Super Gamer. Stop it. Sex stories. I want Armin as the champ. It would be a shame if Gaethje or Paddy became champ. I agree, Junior. I think Armin is the most skilled lightweight at the moment that we have in the pool of lightweights now that Islam Makhachev isn't there. I'd love to see him fight for the title, yeah. Armin is the uncrowned king. He's not the uncrowned king. He needs to fight for the title. Most ducked man at lightweight. Yeah, I mean, Gaethje and Ilia are just not talking about Armin at all, and of course they're not. Hamzat will return in 2020, 2200 probably, and then he'll just move to boxing or something. I know I haven't told you in a while a fighter I want to see Rajat. It's Manel Cap. I hope he gets Rajat. Paddy and Justin, I both hope they get Rajat. I like Walter Iquez Acosta, but hopefully he gets Rajat. You know, T995, it would be easier if you just told me the fighters that you wouldn't want to see Rajat, because you seem to want to see every single one. No one wants to fight him, so he has to fight the lower rank guys. I don't even know who the fuck he's going to fight next. Like, who is Armin going to fight next? I guess it's going to be the loser of Holloway versus Oliveira, but so that'll be Holloway. It'll be the loser of Holloway Oliveira. How are you, Mitch? Good to see you, man. Ilia and Tom both vacate in 2026. Tom isn't going to vacate. Tom will be back. He's just got to clear up a little bit of browns in the eye. Eric says, so the White House card will have a lightweight title on the line. Either Ilia comes back in time for it or he vacates. Paddy or Justin, just enough time to recover for the comment. That's what I think, Eric. That's what I said in yesterday's video. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, none of Nina Drama's mistweet has changed the timeline in what I said in yesterday's video. None of it. I just think Nina Drama mistweeted. How can you not want the Paddy? How can you not want Pat the Paddy as champ? Just for the lols and the clown show alone. It would be like Wimbledon winning the FA Cup in 1988. What the crazy gang. It would be exactly like that, mate. You know, I never forget the FA Cup back in 1998. I never forget it. I think about it every day. I remember Ilia called out Armin back after KOing the Bronx, but dumbass Rogan said, you mean Paddy Pimblett? Yeah, that is true, actually. Ilia Topuria did have the balls to call out Armin, and Rogan, who obviously gets the UFC script, went, you're talking about Paddy Pimblett, huh? The little wrestler. You're talking about Paddy Pimblett. Joe Rogan is one of the biggest casuals ever. See, Joe Rogan is actually the casual. Not me, chat. Joe Rogan. Armin got beaten by Gamrot and went to a split decision, but now he beats Bum Hooker, who is beaten by Michael Chandler, and Armin is getting glazed again. Armin was getting glazed before this, but Nacho. I always believed in Armin. That's why I keep talking about the razor-close split decision he had on short notice. Was it a split decision or was it a unanimous decision? Whatever. The razor-close fight he had... Razor-close fight. I'm an idiot. The razor-close fight that he had with Islam Makhachev on a couple of days' notice. Armin deserves to be glazed. He's a very good lightweight. Maybe the best lightweight, but we need to see it tested. Yes. I've noticed every fighter that moved up and won a belt besides Pereira has always been a disaster champion. John Jones, Chimaev, Ilia, Islam, Whaley as well, if she had won. Conor McGregor was a disaster of a champion when he moved up to lightweight, an absolute disaster. DC wasn't. DC was a good champion when he moved up. Amanda Nunes, it's hard to say whether or not she was a disaster of a champion because the division that she moved up into didn't exist. It wasn't defended for like 2 years, I believe. Henry Cejudo was good. Henry Cejudo defended both belts, I believe. That's part of Henry Cejudo's legacy. He defended both belts. Yeah. Armin beats Scamrot. Oh, he didn't. He lost to him. Is it just me? I hate Manel Cap. He's a cheater. No, I think Manel Cap was just bubbling away below the UFC zeitgeist. Not many people knew about him, but now they do. Now they do, and now they're saying like, holy fuck, he's a cheater. He's a pull-out merchant. And yeah, people are like, why are we going to make him fight for the title again? Just because he said the fucking F word? You know what I mean? You know, people are very confused as to this. Paddy versus Diego Lopez is the next up. It's a super fight in the making, guys. End of the year 2026. Paddy Pimblett versus Diego Lopez. We may be retarded autists, Dougie, but you curated this community. That makes you the biggest autist of all, so the joke is on you. I know, Super Shotgun. I know it truly is sad. What have I done? Yes. I mean, I am the leader of the retard. I ask a question. 77% of the chat agree with the question, and then they start instantly backtracking. What have I done? Armin knows what he did. You know, Armin knows what he did. Armin knows what he did. English, please, motherfucker. Do you speak it? Did you guys see the other day, Armin was joking about how he missed weight at UFC, what was it, 311 or 314? Armin was joking around about it in his hotel room with the boys. Now, I don't know if Armin was just joking about it because so many people have just assumed that he missed weight. I don't know what was going on there. But it's very interesting. Now, Armin has actually said the words, I won't miss weight again. Was it 311, Eric? Thank you, man. Armin, reading comprehension, man. I see why Dougie crashes out. Yeah, I know, Junior. It's not easy. I'm mostly annoyed at Armin because he gave Islam an excuse to flee the division after only fight one of the top 5 lightweights of their prime, Oliveira, and gets to claim the lightweight GOAT status. I agree, Super Shotgun. I also made videos on that as well. Like, Islam Makhachev's reign at lightweight is always going to have an annoying asterisk next to it because he didn't get to fight the best of the best. Double champ tier list. You know, that's a good one for this afternoon, Simply Kudos. We could do a double champ tier list. I don't mind that at all after we're finished with our early morning quickie today. How are you, Unknown Edits? Good to see you, mate. I hate when people try and say my full name in the chat. It creeps me out. This Nacho friend. I wanted you to specifically read it, Nacho. This Nacho friend. Hello. All right, go make another list that we can laugh at. Oh, Nacho, and they're going at it. Armin is a twerp. Armin is not a twerp. He's really good. I'm not a casual Eric. Yeah, because Armin's aware the world knows a weight issue, so he's like, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know. Like, do you think Armin's leaning into it, or do you think he actually got injured? Let's have a look. Let's ask the chat, right? Armin at UFC 311. So my theory is he was injured mildly. I'll get rid of mildly then. Doesn't fit in. My theory is Armin Tsarukyan was injured and chose to stop cutting weight. That's what I think happened. And the UFC PI were like, we'll get some painkillers into you. You'll be right to go. Because then the reason that I think he was injured and he chose to stop cutting weight is because Dana is so angry at him. So angry at him. Now, if Armin had just missed weight, they could have still done the fight, except Armin wouldn't have been able to win the title. We've seen this before, where I believe Yoel Romero did this, where Yoel Romero missed weight and him and Robert Whittaker still fought, but Yoel Romero wasn't able to win the belt. Or maybe that was against Luke Rockhold. Either or. They've done this before, where the contender doesn't make weight and the fight still goes ahead. So if it was just a weight miss, I think the show would have gone on. I think the reason that Dana White is so savagely angry at Armin Tsarukyan is because the PI doctors went down to his change rooms and went, you're not that injured. We can get you into the cage. And Armin Tsarukyan went, nah, I'm good. I'm not fighting unless I'm 100%. And that's why Dana White is so filthy at him, because it breaks the one rule of the UFC, which is that the show must and will go on. Doug, can I get an honest assessment of your feelings of Shotgun consistently being a thorn in your side but never once purchasing a membership for you? I genuinely like Shotgun being on the channel, and I don't mind him being a thorn in my side. A lot of the chat are a thorn in my side. That's kind of what makes the whole dynamic fun. So yes, Shotgun can be grating at times, but I like him being on the channel. And I think Shotgun's genuinely a good person. If you did a company man tier list, Armin would be the lowest tier. Who would be S tier? Oh! S tier company man. That's a great one. I'll have to think about that. S tier company man would be Michael Chandler. Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland will always... Company man is someone who takes short notice fights, even if they know they're going to lose. Kevin Holland was a company man. Absolutely. Moicano is a company man turning out money. Yeah, I could come up with a company man tier list. Eric is my father from another brother. All right. What's up, Gizago? How are you, man? So are Patty and Justin fighting for the undisputed? No, you're going to hear that a lot today. It was just Nina Drama misquoting something. And by the way, chat, she went back and changed it after the rumors started bubbling up. So she went back and changed it. She didn't leave it up like this, just so you guys are aware. She went back and changed it. Literally nobody believes that he was badly injured. Yeah, I can see that. 73% of chat seem to agree with me. He got injured trying to impress Nina Drama. I think he tweaked something trying to impress Nina Drama. I agree with you on that one, Shotgun. Dana basically confirmed it. Yeah, but Dana lies. That's the problem, right? So, yeah, Dana lies, yeah. But I think this is the story that we're getting. I think Armin missed weight, just straight up missed weight. Fair enough. We've had this combo like 20 times. I know, but we're having an early morning quickie, and we've already assessed that Nina Drama. I mean, you guys think Nina Drama's telling the truth. 77% of you guys think Nina Drama's telling the truth, so I don't know what to fucking say. But you guys think Nina Drama's correct. He got injured from the amount of thrusting he did on the lower back that week. All right, Junior. Yeah, all right. What's up, Johnny? Good to see you, mate. Why did they give Ruffy a higher-ranked opponent after the BSD loss? Should have been Hernandez or Gamrat. 927 Gunner. You're making a critical mistake here. You watch the UFC and you think it's a sport. No. No, it's a TV show. It's a reality TV show. Why did Peyton Talbot get such a big bump up when they gave Raoni Barcelos the Apex prelims? Because you're watching a TV show where all that matters is your most recent win and how much promotion we can attach to that 927 Gunner. It's not a sport. Either one is a bonehead move. True. Injuries get worse when you cut weight. Also true. Oliveira versus Gaethje was like that. True. Yes, Eric, that was another one. Oliveira missed weight. I believe Oliveira missed weight. Happened to Charles. There you go. Anthony Pettis. Dehydration plus injury. Post-fight excuses. No one wants to hear that after a loss. No one wants to hear the fucking excuses after the loss. Yeah. The UFC is just a soap opera for men. Exactly right, Super Shotgun. What's up, Chrissy? Good to see you. What's up, Jock? See you. Please tell me I've not missed the quickie. No, I can go a little bit longer. I can go on for a few more minutes because we're winding down now. It's a little bit of an easier day. I'll go for a little bit longer, but not too much longer. It's going to be a quickie. Not too much longer. If you're about to make weight, do you stop and injure yourself to prove you have the skills to make it, but you just couldn't do it? If you're about to make weight, do you stop and injure yourself to prove you have the skills to make it, but chose not to anyway? All right, Eric, shut the fuck up, Eric. You a shotgun, shut up. I'm never a thorn in anyone's side. I'm the morning bird outside your window that you adore. That's what shotgun is to me. That's what all of you guys in the chat are to me. You're the morning bird. Saroni is a company man. Saroni is a company man. DC is definitely a company man. BC, yeah, we'll do. Well, so we got 2 tier lists to do this afternoon. What are we doing? What am I saying? We've got 2 tier lists we can do this. Oh, we've got so many lists to do. We've still got the top 30, under 30, which we might come back to. It's never a good idea to do the same tier list 2 days in a row. Then we've got ranking the best double champs. People forget, man. Randy Couture, one of the best. And then we have got company men tier list. Oh, excellent. We've got 3 days of tier lists right there. I told you guys, we're going to get through this week. Absolutely no bloody dramas, mate. I tell you what. Because Dana yelled at her for leaking it. Yeah, so you think that's why she went and amended it? So you still believe you're still part of the 77%. All right, Nacho, at least I'm happy that you're keeping a line of logical consistency that we might disagree, but at least you're not being autistic like the blob that is the chat. I Waby S combo both. Maybe it was a combo of both. Maybe it was a combo of both. Something was wrong during the camp, but he was a little overweight and he blamed it on the injury. Could be simply kudos. Could be. Dana is a liar. He said Ngannou never put a hand on him. Then he said Armin was fighting for the belt. Dana also lies about his cocktail. Yeah, Dana lies about a lot of things. But with the with the Ngannou situation, Dana didn't say he never put his hands on him. He said he put his hand on his chest. But of course, the MMA autistic community, Dana White's first story was Francis Ngannou grabbed him. Dana White's second story was Francis Ngannou put a hand on his chest. This is, of course, going to make the MMA community blow up like flies on a shit when someone walks past because something to the story has slightly been changed. At the end of the day, it was a boomer telling a story. Maybe he put a little bit of mayonnaise on it while he was talking about it on a podcast to the boys. Who watches Nina Drama for the MMA info? I mean, I'm there for the feet, Johnny. Nina deserves a corrective whooping. All right, PDQ. What have you been? Raised by Ilia Topuria? How is it a rumor? I thought it was a fact. No, it's just a rumor. It's just a rumor. The fact is right now that they are fighting for the interim title. My father from another... Okay, we should rank the top 10 tier lists. A tier list about tier lists. The top 10 tier lists I've ever done. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Sam Alvey, GOAT company man. Remember when he said fighters get paid too much? That's why they kept him when he lost like 12 fights in a row. The dude was uncuttable. These are the things that's going to keep you in the UFC's good graces. And I agree with Sam Alvey. The fighters do get paid too much. Dana is looking sloppy. Dana is sloppy these days. Grabbed him by the shirt and pulled him versus putting his hand on his chest are entirely different. The whole... I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. No. I'm not doing this. Remember when Dana was exploiting the Mayweather versus McGregor press conference? Oh, yeah. Dana was loving that. Dana was fucking loving the Mayweather versus McGregor press conference. I don't think we've ever seen Dana so red and so orange as when he was doing the famous Conor McGregor call out. No, never holds hands. I'm not starting my day arguing with retards on the internet. What's good, Anakin? Good to see you, mate. Send Nina drama 2-3 years to Dagestan and forget. Get the bucket up, mate. Get the bucket up. They're completely different. They're completely different. I know they're completely different, mate. Completely different stories. They're almost insanely different stories. They're almost not even the same story at all now. They're completely different stories. We also got to look at this as well, but when we get back, after the early morning quickie, we can always do the same thing of arguing about our men's pound for pound rankings. That'll be fun. Khamzat Chimaev is the third best ranked men's fighter in the world right now. Actually insanity. Insanity to have Khamzat Chimaev there. Insanity. So we'll get into that. There's plenty of that to get into as well. It'll be a good time. We got 3 tier lists that we can argue about all bloody night long. And Shavkat Rakhmonov also saying that he wants to fight Yaquin Buckley. Shavkat Rakhmonov saying that he would never fight Yaquin Buckley and that he's delusional. And quite frankly, I think Shavkat is kind of right on this one. Buckley came into the Usman fight ranked number 7th, I believe. He lost that fight 50-45. Why does he now deserve the number 2 or 3 ranked fighter in the division? No. Absolutely not. Shavkat should come back and fight a Carlos Prates sort of a fight. That's the kind of fight Shavkat should be looking at. Shavkat versus Usman is the sort of fight that Shavkat should be looking at. These are the correct fights to make. Nothing else. The difference would be complete. Yeah, it would be a complete difference, Nacha. Completely. A whole different story. Whole different color of house. I love the Maymac presses. They were good. Although they did burn out. By the third one, I was a little bit over it. Bruno Ferreira versus Paulo Costa is in the works. Nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Do you ever end up doing the Dana White privilege tier list? Yeah, we did. We did end up doing that. We did that early this year. I'm not even rage baiting. I hate this. I'm sorry, but I've talked about it. I've talked about it. Never holds hands. They're not completely. It's a general story that a boomer talks about. He literally changed the positioning of the hand on his shirt, and suddenly the whole story is bullshit. All right, grabbed him by the shirt. Put his hand on his shirt, standing at the door and did this and put his hand at the door and moved him into the, like not even moved it. 2 men in a doorway having an argument about $50,000. The first story was this. The second story was this. I'm not arguing about a fucking hand placement on a shirt. I'm just not. I'm not. They're completely different, mate. Kayo or RDR, who wins? Kayo or RDR? It depends what mood RDR's in. It depends what mood RDR's in. If I sent Nina Drama to Dagestan, 20% of the generation would look after 20%. If you send Nina Drama to Dagestan, 20% of the generation after would look like Nina. I mean, it might be good to send Nina Drama to Dagestan to get a bit of percolation going in the kids. Pound for Pound is just a make-believe fantasy designed to make certain fighters. It's not based on any material criteria. Yes, it's part of the TV show. The Pound for Pound list is a very important part of the TV show. Shavkat versus Kamaru. I like that, Junior. There we go. We agree on that. Buckley don't deserve a Shavkat fight at all. I agree, Anakin. I agree completely. Because Buckley is the man. Ian versus Makhachev. I want it to be Ian versus Makhachev because it's a TV show. Who's Shavkat? I don't remember. New Mansa would make the best welterweight champion. He would, dude. Fucking Buckley's edits go so hard of him in the gym just chimping out. They go so fucking hard, man. God, I wish Buckley had won that Usman fight. I was so on the Buckley train. Oh, man. Fucking every time Buckley cuts an edit in the gym, it just goes hard as fuck. Anyway, Costa is going to maul Bruno. I don't know, dude. Costa's not very good. Numancer versus Ian, Gary, Buck versus the Cuck. I wished we had seen that. That would have been the next fight to make, dude, if he had managed to get through Usman. Buckley is entertaining. He can make the fight with Shavkat very entertaining. I don't know. The problem with Buckley is him and his coaches just work out everything themselves. Like, I don't think Buckley has gone to a gym. Does anyone know if Buckley's actually changed his coaching situation and gone to a proper MMA gym? Or is he still just hanging out with his coach from IHOP, figuring it out? Yaroslav is the future of welterweight. I'd be surprised, but I'd be happy. How about that? I'd be surprised, but I'd be happy. Next, he rubbed him up under the shirt. No, I made the critical error of correcting Too Smelly on Discord, and now my notifications are going off like I'm... What the fuck, Nacho? What the fuck, Nacho? Too soon. I could see RDR quit against Kyle. I could see him quit too. Even Ariel in his show yesterday admitted that Francis had a bad look in the interview. Yeah, I mean, anyone with eyes can see that Francis had a bad look in that interview. And I guess MMA Joey doesn't have eyes because MMA Joey called it a masterclass in media presentation or something like that. Would it be different if Nganou's hands were dripping with oil all the time? That would be completely different if he was rubbing oil all over Dana White's head. That would be completely different. No, that is true. Dougie, can you name all the UFC fighters and employees that Nina has had sex with? Now, that is a good tier list to do. Buckley decided to learn takedown defense in the 5th. I wanted Buckley to KO Usman Colt. So did I, Junior. So did I. I was really going for him. I miss Buckley a fraud back when I miss calling Buckley a fraud back when everyone was hyping him up. No pocket boxing, Toad. Yes. Buckley is too focused on his persona. No, he just wasn't focused on wrestling. Buckley was cringe as fuck saying they were going to beat Shavkat for all that's happened to his people, whatever the fuck he was BSing. I like it. I like it. I thought he was getting hype as fuck when he was chimping out Nacho. I thought it was good. I like Buckley when he's in that mood, mate. I don't mind it. Buckley lost a wrestling match to Pat Downey. He hasn't improved. Fuck. Well, people are just going to wrestle Buckley then. Buckley's been working at Popeyes ever since he lost to Usman. With his trainer. Do you think Dana said, get your fucking hands off me to Francis the Predator? No, that's where I think he's putting the mayonnaise on the story with the boys. Which is, again, what I said in the video and what I said in the live stream earlier, man, the whole time. No, I think he put that bit of salt on the story. Guru breaking down Francis's interview was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I know, Guru did a great job of it. Nitro, you're at the end. It's just an early morning quickie. I hope Amazon becomes the champ just to see Dougie cope that a Bellator bum has become champ. Chandler nearly did. End of the first round against Charles Oliveira. Chandler was very close to becoming champ. That would have saved Bellator's reputation. The Buckley video got me hyped. I like the Buckley video. Buckley is a future welterweight champ, not without any wrestling, Junior. How good is Jason Jackson for beating Yomazov? Maybe decent. Have a great day. All right, guys, I'm out of it. I'll see you guys in the Discord in between buckets of plaster. While I'm doing my work, I'll be in the Discord saying g'day to everybody. I wasn't going to make a video on this because I quite frankly just think Nina Drama mistyped. Now, when they walk out at UFC 324 and they fight for the interim lightweight title, I am going to laugh at all of you so fucking much. I was right. I think I am going to be right on this. I think they're going to give Ilia Topuria until about March or July before they vacate the title. And 77% of you agreed with Nina here that it was for the vacant title at UFC 324. I will not let you forget this morning chat. Did you try what I showed you in that reel yet? I have. I can't do it. Because I don't use paddles. I have a giant horse. Anyway, we'll talk about it offline. I'm out of here, guys. I'll see you later. Hold on, brother. UFC 324 is just a month away. I know, Super Gamer. I'm aware. You guys have yourselves a great day. It's a fairly small thing to be right about. I don't think you'll even audibly gasp. Man, I'll probably forget about it by then. I'll see you then, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you this afternoon. I'm going to go to work, and then I'll come back. And then we'll do a proper live stream. We've got 3 tier lists noted down that we can talk about. It's going to be a good one. 6 weeks, easy work for Dougie's Corner. I'll see you guys this afternoon. You Americans have a good afternoon, so I'll see you Americans tonight. Europeans, you have a good night. And Aussies, you have a good day at work. Canadians, you have a good afternoon as well. I never forget my Canadian brothers. Smoke a massive womp. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.